Hello and welcome to the first ever video blog of, for Skullforge, The Hunt. My name is James Garv. I am the creative director, designer, programmer for the game, and this is
Heather. And I do all kinds of stuff. Design, creative stuff, art, lots of small things. Can vary. UI, it varies.
Yeah, well, we've always wanted to do a video blog for the game, and the main thing has always been time. But more than that, trying to get things that are stable. We haven't really been in a nice, stable place for like a long time.
Quite some time.
Yeah, and I think that has hurt the game, and but we are working on the game, and I just want to let people know, yeah, we're still doing it. It's still going. We're still doing the game. But I wanted to take some time, and from now and in the future, I want to do once a week or once every 2 weeks or so. We give a rundown of the game and kind of what we've done.
Can I quote you on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to make a schedule, for this, and that way we can do it like once a week, and we'll just talk about or once every 2 weeks. Or once a week. We'll see. Depends on what kind of progress we make. Well, it depends on the progress. If we make really good progress and there's something that, interesting that we can talk about, then, we can do that. But, at least it'll be once every 2 weeks. And we'll talk about the game, and we'll show some video and some screenshots and stuff, and hopefully, people can see that we're actually making progress. Because I think a lot of folks still think that we're not really working on the game. And
to be fair, we've had so many issues, though. So many issues. Yeah. Including the most recent one, which was big. Server issues.
I just can't even believe that. So we moved from one place to another place, and there was a big to-do with the server the game is stored on, and it was just a lot of work. We had a lot of trouble, but we got it resolved, and now the game is back to, we're back, in the thick of it, still doing what we need to do in order to build the game. And actually, to be honest, I kind of like where the game's going. I like the conversation system. I like the way the flow of the game at the moment, and I think it's nice. I think for the RPGer, who really wants something a little meaty, and they want, that level of interaction with the game, I think it's going to be pretty good. And, I like that part of it. I think that part's shaping up pretty well. There's still a few systems that aren't working. We still have one of the big issues that we have is we're using one particular asset for character creation and character manipulating. And there's one really bad issue with skin poke through, and that really makes making videos and stuff, it makes it really difficult.
Showing anything off, excuse me, becomes, well, you're like, ooh. Let's just say that.
It's so frustrating, but, what can you do? It's something that we've been trying to solve for a while now. And, we just haven't figured it out, and, eventually it'll get fixed, but it's, right now the other aspects of the game have to be worked on, so it's just one of those things
But for us, we work with lots of different small systems, and they're all made by someone different. So it becomes, well, let's just say patience is required.
Well, good thing is most of the main systems are done by me, so I can easily get in there and fix things, so, that's not a problem. But there are a few things that make it a little difficult, and since we're using Unity, it's changing all the time, and the other issue is working on the Wii U version. That's changing all the time, and so trying to catch up with all that makes porting really difficult. But, the thing is, we had some issues with the Wii U version for a while, but it looks like we've got that one working.
The major one taken care of for now, knock on wood.
Yeah, seriously, the Wii U version was really, I don't know how much we can say, but let's just say that it wasn't working as well as we wanted it to. But now we seem to have it in a good place, and I figure we can definitely get it at 720p at 30 frames per second, and should play fine. With the shutting down of Miiverse and all that stuff, well, that's going to make that a little more difficult.
Considering we had plans of kind of wanting to integrate some of that, I mean, I guess we'll just have to find an alternative things, or players will.
Yeah, well, we had this elaborate plan for how we were going to do the Wii U version and kind of what features we wanted to add and how we were going to do that. But the way things have gone now, it's really kind of difficult.
Well, a lot of it's changed because they've changed focus to the Switch and all, and so a lot of what we had initially planned has changed on that front.
Yeah, and thing is, some people have asked, like, are we going to do the Nintendo Switch version and all that stuff, and I'd love to, but we didn't get approved by Nintendo, so I guess that's a no. So, but that's not to say it can't change, and maybe as time goes on and we get more of the game, in a really good state, maybe they'll change their point of view. And to be honest, I don't need to worry about it right now. And so basically, since the game's built in Unity, and now we pretty much have a good way of working with the Wii U version. So I think switching to the Switch, Nintendo Switch version should be fairly easy.
It wouldn't be bad right now. I guess more it's about just getting a working game in general, on all forms, Wii U included. I mean, we're not giving up on that version, so. Yeah,
it'll still come out on the Wii U. It'll be way late. I mean, we wanted this game done last year, early last year for that matter, and here we are, almost through 2017, and we still haven't finished. But, it's one of those things that, when you're first putting it together and you're working on it, and you're working on it a lot of the things that you like and a lot of the things that you don't like start to take shape, and then you go back and you go, oh man, I hate that, so I need to go back and fix it. But my thing has always been that we want to provide the best experience for the player. So yeah, it's taken us a long time to actually get it, to get it to a state that I feel pretty good, and I think the player is going to enjoy it. I think we're at a good spot now.
It's two people. And we've also reached points where we realized, oh, that's a lot we chewed off.
Yeah.
In the first game. So.
Yeah, well, that's always the thing is,
temper expectations.
Yeah, but I don't know what we have now. What's going to be in there now in the game? I think is going to be really good. I think it's going to be meaty. There's a lot of stuff. And the thing is, it's taking a long time. But there's going to be a lot of stuff in the game. A lot of quests, a lot of places to go, a lot of
exploration.
Yeah, the whole exploration part of it. The way we've built a lot of the zones. Our original idea a long time ago was we wanted to have a open world kind of place. And you can just kind of wander around and go whatever. But that takes a lot of time. And so that was one of the things that we had to change. And so we changed it to zones now. So now it's zones, and you just zone into another area. Now, but the area is a huge,
But that was also our first note of, oh, maybe we took off more than we can chew. Let's adjust this.
Yeah, no, but what we have now, I think it's fine. One of the big key things that we've been working on is the main city. That place is huge.
For us, that's really big. Yeah, it's going to be the biggest place in the game.
Actually, to be honest, I mean, when you think about video game cities, I think this is probably going to be one of the biggest video game medieval cities. Yeah, because I'm sure New York, like in Spider-Man 2 or something, was pretty big and those kind of things. But
Oahu.
I mean, yeah. But even like Honolulu, I think when you think about how much detail we put in the city, that sucker is Hamlin is huge.
Yeah.
And designing every street and every building,
nook and cranny,
every plant and everything takes a long time. But but the city is big, and you should be able to wander all over that thing. And we have, lots of different places you can visit, and shops, and places you can go
Stuff to
into,
get into.
and lots of little questy things you can go do, and it'll be pretty interesting to see like what people think of that. They might think it's a little too big, just for a city. They might think it's a little too big, but it was cool when we laid it out on paper. I was like, yeah, it's like this, and I'm gonna put that right there.
Paper was one thing. Putting into the actual game was something else entirely.
Oh, just thinking about how much time we put in actually designing the land mass for the city that actually fits on top of, because the city is actually like this, so it's not flat. It's actually like this, and it's got some hills and stuff in there, and then there's like a a little part with the river going through. Oh my God, there was such
I've spent an unreal amount of time getting that landscape just the way it is now, and even then it's not perfect right now.
Yeah, but the thing is we thought it wouldn't be good if it was just flat. Nobody wants flat. Flat's so boring.
Even though you've got the perspective that you have, flat is boring, even still.
Yeah, it's boring. At least when you can go up and down, and go up a hill, and there's a thing up there. And it also means one of the other things that's interesting about that is, because it's hilly like this, we actually can build various levels of the city. So you can have like this, and then maybe we can have a bridge or something that goes across, and it gives it a lot more depth, and it feels better, I think. I do think that most people will feel it's kind of big, but we spend a lot of time on that. And for each zone in particular, I feel like each zone is fairly big, and I think players will be able to enjoy wandering all around the area and getting into some trouble, because that's what Desi does.
It's the details.
Yes, but the main point of this video is really just to say that we're still working on the game.
We're still alive.
We're still alive. Yeah. We haven't shown any video, screenshots in a while. But like I said, the main issue with that was we were having server problems, which was making that difficult. And then on top of that, we have this other character problem that's also a problem. So it's making it difficult to show video, pictures and video. Though we shouldn't. There will be some video included with this, so you can see kind of where we're at now as far as the city. But I will say the city still needs a lot of work. It's big. It needs a lot of work, and we're still working on it. But we've added quite a few zones at this point, different places you can go to, and different guilds you can go to, and stuff like that. And so I think the main quest should be pretty meaty. It should be pretty meaty. It should be like a lot of stuff to do. And the conversation system is something that we'll probably talk about. In an upcoming video, we'll talk about the conversation system and how that works, and we'll show some video on how it's done, and then you'll see kind of, because I think I've talked about it in our blog on the website, but I think it'll be much better to actually show what that actually looks like, so you can get an idea of what conversation's going to be like and how conversation's going to work, and therefore you can choose and see how it goes, and then get a better idea of how we're going to go about doing that. I think that's one of those things that we really want to try to do.
Well, there'll be different systems that we show as well and talk about and just go over.
Yeah, and so we'll get into more of the game, and we'll show more of the game, and we'll talk about some of the progress we've made and all that. Just to reiterate, the game is coming out on the PC, the Mac, Linux, and we also will be doing a Wii U version of the game. We don't have anything scheduled as far as the other platforms, so PS4, Xbox One, and a Nintendo Switch. We don't have anything planned at the moment. We did try for the Nintendo Switch version, but no luck on that. And they're busy. They got things going on, and it's okay.
We'll see how things go as well.
Yeah, but we don't rule that out. Matter of fact, we don't rule that out for any of the other platforms. We just right now, we just want to focus on this and go from there. And then once we, get to a spot to where we can reevaluate like what that's going to mean and how we're going to be able to put those on other platforms, and then we'll do that. But at the moment, that's where the game is headed, and we hope that you guys will subscribe and follow us on our journey to the end when we actually will release the game.
Join us on this ride.
Yeah, it's a long ride.
It's been a long ride.
Yeah. Well, anybody who says game development is easy doesn't know what they're talking about. Game development is hard, and there are a lot of decisions that you have to make when you're putting together your game. And, you just hope that at the end of the day, what you create is something that players can enjoy and that they like it. And ultimately, what we want for Skullforge is we want for the game to be fun. I mean, if you're not having any fun, then we screwed up. So anyway, that'll wrap it up for this episode of the Skullforge video blog. And again, if you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe, and follow us. And if you have any questions or anything, please leave a comment in the comment section, and we'll be more than happy to take a look and answer whatever questions you have. All right, that's it.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
one.